reverse order from how they finished this morning in the preliminary round. Let's meet the top 12. Poland's Andrzej Szczeszutek will lead us into battle.
Representing France,
Alexis Gendard, 21 years of age, representing France. Lorenzo Marsaglia from Italy. Oliver Homuth, one of two Germans in the lineup. Belarus have Yuri Naroso, 20 years of age. Take off the glasses, don't worry. Patrick Hausting, 13 times the European gold medalist. Nicolas Garcia-Boissier.
Representing Switzerland,
Guillaume Dutoit, 22 years of age, from Switzerland. Evgeny Kuznetsov, bronze in the team event already. Getting up the real quality end now. Two British divers, Daniel Goodfellow, impressive on platform and springboard. Now, the two main men. Jack Law, the home hero, the 1 meter champion, the Olympic synchro medalist. Just brilliant this morning. Ilya Zakharov from Russia, the 2012 Olympic champion.
Good luck to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for these athletes.
And a real sense of anticipation because of the sheer quality right at the top of this field. No Chinese here, but Jack Law, Ilya Zakharov would be challenging and going for gold no matter what the event or the championship here.
Accompanied by Sven Bolvix, honorary member of LEN. Accompanied by Krista T.
Referee and assistant referee.
Referee, Anna Sorokina. Assistant referee, Anna Kira. Judge 1, Jan Sivkin. Judge 2, Nora Shekvik. Judge 3,
Going through the judges
Abasilova.
for this
Judge 4,
3 meter final.
Daniel Jensen. Judge 5, Irakli Baltea. Judge 6, Ronald van der Voort. Judge 7, Peter Axtelius. And our reservist, Hannah Novotna.
Well, 12 months ago, it was Ilya Zakharov who walked off with the gold. He's back here to defend his title. Ilya Kvasha and Oleg Kuledy from Ukraine took silver and bronze.
Into our medal ceremonies. It's very exciting. Hello, give me a wave, yeah, give me a wave. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say this is, you say the moment. Ready? This is!
Now the big two there. Now will somebody burst into their duel? Or will it be a straight shootout for gold between the two big hitters? Jack Law in full competition mode now, with the headphones into his zone. Russia have already picked up one medal today in that 3 meter synchro.
The 3 meter springboard final. Round 1. Representing Poland, Andrzej Szczeszutek, forward 3.5 somersaults height.
So we're ready to get this men's 3 meter springboard final underway. A long day. Andrzej Szczeszutek of Poland gets us underway with the forward 3.5 somersault pint. 3.1 degree of difficulty dive. He's been a regular in the 1 metre final. He'll be pleased to reach the classic 3 metre final as well here. 69.75. Alexis Jondard from France. Third European Championship. Finished 11th in the 1 metres. Inward 2.5 somersault pint. .0. 3.5 is his biggest dive. 69 points. Had some big scores in the preliminary. We've had a 100-pointer, our first of the whole championships. Big deep breath by Lorenzo Massalia. Forward 3.5 somersault pint there, tidily delivered. It's a sleek sort of diver compared to the Law Zakharov powerhouse. Still got the strength in those legs, of course, to get that maximum height. 69.75. If you've got a chance of seeing any 10s today. 9s have been scarce, 8s have not been in plentiful supply. Oliver Homuth, forward 3.5 somersault pint. 3.1 for the second German contestant, if he doesn't mind being called that. 26 years of age. Been in 4 European finals before this one. A steady start. Want to get those marks up into the 8s at least to make a challenge for the podium. Yuri Larosal from Belarus. Forward 3.5 somersault pint. Nice looking entry there. Second European Championships 2 years ago, didn't get through qualification at either 3 or 1 metres, so he's making progress. He was a bit dancing over the springboard there before his takeoff. Doesn't help. 66.65. Yet to get into the 70s as we go through the field. Patrick Housting, 13 times a European champion, had a terrible 1 metre, didn't make the final, and has been battling to find his best form. Back 2.5 somersault piked. Well, he'll be pleased that he got through an uncertain morning, avoided major disasters, which happened to him in the last round of the 1 metre competition. So much experience from 1 metre right up to 10 metre, synchro and individual. He can go through the card. 63 points, still not all cylinders firing yet. Nicolas Garcia, 23 years of age. This is his third 3-meter final in a row, and he's got an inward 2.5 somersault piked. Again, a leisurely style rather than that bristling approach that one or two of the more muscular divers bring to it. Just trying to give a nice shape, just keep those lower legs from slapping the water on the final part of the entry, 58.50. Guillaume Dutoit from Switzerland. From Lausanne. Inward 3.5 somersault tucked, 3.4, big dive for openers. Not the biggest team here, Switzerland, but they've shown they're making progress in their diving. Dutoit's been doing a good job of setting the standards. 61.20. That's a base mark for him. First of the two Russians, Evgeny Kuznetsov. Most of his success, there's been plenty of it, has come in the synchro events, but he was a 3-meter champion in 2016. It was at the Olympic pool in London. Inward 3.5 somersault tucked, 3.4 this dive. That's a nice dive, that. He's got a 3.9 in his locker, 3.8 to finish. Very nice. Good entry. Good spins. Just nice. 83.30 now. That's more like it. It's the sort of standard we should be looking for at the top end. 5 great dives this morning, but a disappointing finish for Daniel Goodfellow of Great Britain. Forward 2.5 somersault, 2 twists, 3.4. Very talented 21-year-old Tom Daly's 10-meter synchro partner, showing that he's a threat on springboard 2. .74.80, that's the second best dive so far. Now, Jack Law. He's already got that 1-meter gold medal. He was absolutely dominant, but he's really in with the toughest of competition here. Forward 2.5 somersault, 2 twists, pike, 3.4, wanting to get off to a flyer. Boy, he flies off that springboard. Good is not going to be good enough in this competition, you feel. He really has to come out and set down a marker. Look at the power and the speed of those twists and spins. 88.40. Picks up the challenge straight away. Now, bursting through the 500-point mark, Ilya Zakharov this morning. Kicks off with an inward 3.5 somersault tucked, 3.4, the 2012 Olympic champion. Oh, I say, he's come out guns blazing too. Oh, look at that. So perpendicular, that is a thing of beauty. not very far out from the board and down perfectly vertical, no travel out into the pool. Lovely shape to it all, lots of nines, 90.10. Anything you can do, Jack, I can do better, says the big Russian. We shall see. Zakharov and Laura right at it. Russia GB, Russia GB. It's a great appetizing first round. We knew it was going to be good. It's a flying start. Sheshetek at the top of round 2. Opens with him with 3.5 somersault tucked. .4. Ends with a 3.0. So he can't leave any sort of charge too late. Probably won't be expecting to challenge at the top end, but just coming out diagonally from the board, the entry could have been spruced up a bit. 68. We had some disasters this morning in qualifying, but we've really thinned out the field here. Alexis Gendard from France. Forward 3.5 somersault piked. There's a nice shape and style to his spinning there. He's been to 10-metre finals in these championships as well. Been mainly on springboard during 2018. Quite a big travel out to the pool, and he gets 66.65. Lorenzo Marsaglia from Italy. From Rome. Forward 2.5 somersault, 2 twists piked. Impressive height off the board. There's a lot of power in this competition. Got to the final of the World Championships last year in Budapest. Finished 11th out of 12. This competition will give him more of a chance to show. 69.70. Oliver Homuth. The European Championship bronze at 1 metre. A competition in the German team for places, in with 3.5 somersault tucked. 3-4. More curved shape on his entry when you think back to Zakharov and that plumb line of a dive. Can still make it a smooth entry despite the shape, but even though he was trying to pull it through, the angle wasn't all that it should be. 59.50. Next up from Belarus, Yuri Marazu. He's got a back 2.5 somersault piked. Open with the 66. make the 1 metre final. So an appearance in the top 12 at 3 is a good sign of some progress being made. Only 20 still. 16th, he ended up at 1 metre. 16th. Now Patrick Housting. Every time he steps on the springboard, you think he's just about to deliver one of his big scoring dives. Reverse 1.5 somersault, 3.5 twist. Terrific height there. Because of his build, it looks more impressive, but they're not getting particularly enthusiastic there in their applause. Still a very heavy entry. But he can't get away from those sixes, 66.50. You're looking to get in the high sevens, around the eights. Nicolas Garcia from Spain, 23 years of age. Born in Las Palmas, very nice. Lives in Madrid. Just a messy entry. Never got his lower body set coming out of those tucks. Obvious frustration for him. Guillaume Dutoit, 22 years of age. Into the 3 metre final at the recent World Cup, finished 12th with 3.5 somersault pint. Got a good takeoff position.
7.5, 7.5, 8,
Tight pike.
7.5.
That's lifted his game to 71.30, the 3.1.
Representing Russian Federation,
Kuznetsov from the Russian Federation to give them the correct title. 3rd place. Strong opening dive of 83.30. Now he's got a forward 2.5 somersault, 2 twists, piked. It's a 3-4 again. Really attacks his dive. That's a very good takeoff position. With his feet on the board, right as far as he could go there. And a nice clean entry. .78.20, not quite as good as the opener, but still strong. In 4th, Daniel Goodfellow. Big following here, as you would expect, with 3.5 somersaults tucked. He's from Cambridge, but based in the Plymouth Diving Club. And with 3.5 somersaults, then 3.4. Very slick. Look at a cool hand Luke he is in his general manner, quite understated. Pulls that one through nicely. Slightly out on an angle from the board. More obvious from that view. Gives very little away. 81.60. It's an excellent shout. Jack Law. 3.5 for this one. Reverse 3.5 somersault tucked. Zakharov with a couple of points advantage already. Very hard to get away from that word muscular, because he's bursting out of him, and everything about his diving is powerful and positive, strong, absolute powerhouse. 82-25. Ilya Zakharov led the field all day. Second dive is a 3.6. Back 3.5 somersault, tucked. Already 90 points, 90-10 on the board. He's responding to the GLASGOW challenge. Tight in those spins. Look at the entry again from this side on camera, which gives us a clearer view. Big man gets really tight. That entry could have been more bolt upright, but 86-40 were looking to pick faults here. He's opened up a gap there of nearly 6 points. Zakharov on Lure, Kuznetsov and Goodfellow. And then there's a 16, 17 point gap. And Garcia is the back marker at the moment in 12th.
Round 3. Representing Poland, forward 2.5 somersaults, 2 twists, height.
Andrzej Siosiutek. 2.5 somersault, 2 twists, height there. .4. Spin. 69, 75, 68. Consistency is always the key, and then it's about raising the level. 71-40, it's just shifted it forward off the 3-4. Alexis Gendard. He's got a forward 2.5 somersaults, 2 twists piked. It's a 3-4 again. He's from Lyon. Sports student. Spent a long time in that piked position. Points.
Representing Italy,
Masalia. Up into 5th, back 2.5 somersault piked. Two very consistent dives so far. 3.0, this is his low degree of difficulty dive, and he's only got 60.
representing Germany,
Big dive this, his biggest. Third in his program, it's a 3.8. It's the forward 4.5 somersaulter in the tuck for the extra speed. Again, gets through his dive without a huge amount of obvious pace. Came up a little bit short. Quite the same attack as the top guys. 55.10, that's down the order that. Here he narrows out. Reverse 2.5 somersault pint 3.0. Nothing above 3-4 for the 20-year-old. Nice takeoff position. The entry, you just see when you look front on, different impression you get. He's slightly going from side to side during his takeoff, down at 42. Patrick Housting, 9th. 2 mid-range 60 dives so far. This 3.5 reverse 3.5 somersault tuck. I feel he's constantly on the edge of something. Mistakes have gone. It's a much cleaner dive. Just looking for that bit of extra sparkle. Picture perhaps. 77, he's getting there. Nicolas Garcia-Boisier for Spain. He's the back marker at the moment. Reverse 1.5 somersault, 3.5 twists. Toes rather over the edge there, losing a bit of power off the board, and again, shape on entry, sliding to the water rather than that direct slice. 59.50. Switzerland's Guillaume Dutoit. 3.8. It's that big 4.5 somersaulter. This is his big one. That's likely to boost his total. Travelling out a little bit, and again the rotations not perfectly stopped. 64.60. Kuznetsov has got his big 3.9 dive. Jack Law has got this one as well. Forward 2.5 somersaults, big 3 twists. Pint position. Full concentration. He's third. Well, the big Russian starting to find some form here. 83, then 78. Bronze in the team event. They were leading after 2 of the 3 rounds, the Russians, and fell away. 70-20 though. open the door a bit for Daniel Goodfellow, who's got a 3.5 dive here. Reverse 3.5 somersault tucked. Developing Briton-Russian duel with Kuznetsov. And that is a smooth dive. Right on the end of the board for the takeoff. Looking to extend his entry line. Just a little bit rocking and rolling through the air in the tuck. But it's an 80-50. 2 80-point dives in a row. Jack Law diving well. 2 80-point dives so far. This is a 3-4, inward 3.5 somersault tucked. Needs to be absolutely on the money if he's going to challenge Zakharov for the gold. It's a classy dive. The spring he gets, the power in the legs, but it was very relaxed on entry. From the static position, less robust in his style there. Oh, 91.80, that's his best with 3 9s. Down goes that, gauntlet again. This is quality, this competition, sheer quality. Reverse 3.5 somersault tucked now. 3.5 for the leader, the 2012 Olympic champion. And Zakharov bangs out another top quality product. And now the judges are having a different sort of work. They're right up at the top level, having to make their decisions. Calm and relaxed, and 89.25. Law's got his big dive next. That's where he really has to make his charge. Zakharov 1, Law 2, 3.4 the gap. Then there's a dip to Goodfellow, and he's in his own duel with Kuznetsov. Great Britain ahead of Russia for the bronze position there, but behind when it comes to gold. Shishutech doing well, but they're 2 at the front, then 2, then the peloton. Breakaway group, really a chasing pack, and then the rest. And the halfway marker, it's the turn for home now into round 4. Andrei Shishutech, Poland 3-5, reverse 3.5 somersault. Tucked position, but the heavy landing as well. Splashing. Travel out into the pool beyond that tile line. 4.25. It's his weakest. Seems to be about this round 4, where tiredness, the tension, the pressure, something gets to divers. Back 2.5 somersault piked for 3.0 for Alexis Gendard, who's 7th at the halfway stage. Very muted response there. Just lacked a bit of definition in the entry, and you can see it just falling over into the water. rolling in, 43.50. So round 4 blues, 2 below par dives. And Lorenzo Marsalia lift the standard back up. He's been solid in the 60s. 3-5 reverse 3.5 somersault tucked for him. Just that snap into his entry position. Up. There it comes, the deliberate work on the legs to get it into as good as clean and upright position as possible. 75.25. It's his best. Oliver Homuth down in 10th, back 2.5 somersault piked. Again, just jerking those feet to smack the surface of the pool. Heavy splash. Lighter on marks. 42. Yuri narrows out. 3.4. He's got another one of these to go. 3-4. This is an inward 3.5 somersault tucked for the Belarusian. He's one of quite a few divers here who cut their international teeth at the first ever European Games, not to be confused with these championships, which were in Azerbaijan, Baku in 2015. Fina said they should be a junior event, but it certainly launched a few careers. He's got 59.50 there in these European Championships. Games staged next year in Minsk. Now Patrick Houstick, 3.4 inward 3.5 somersault tucked. His previous dive was a bit more like it for a man with 13 gold, 12 silver, 3 bronze at European Championship level. Easy entry, sliding into the water there. 77 was his previous mark. His 3.4 compared to the 3.5 has brought him better, 76.50. Really putting him in a medal challenging position though. Nicolas Garcia. He's down in 12th. 3.0 here for the back, 2.5 somersault piked. He settled on springboard diving after being a European junior competitor at platform. That's a reasonable dive. Not managed anything above 58 so far, and he still hasn't. 57. Guillaume Dutoit, 9th, back 2.5 somersault piked. He had an excellent 1 metre competition. He was 4th, just 1.20 behind James Heatley, Great Britain, who won the bronze. A bit sharper required, 58.50. Right, to the two chasers, as it were. Evgeny Kuznetsov is 4th, back 3.5 somersault, tucked 3.6. He's got a 3.8 to finish. So too was Goodfellow. They seem to be battling for bronze. "28 years of age. He's done it all, been at it all. Medals from it all as well. Olympic silver, synchro, World Cup, Universiade, European, World. 86.40. That's strong. He looks full of purpose. And comparatively callow Daniel Goodfellow is just ahead of him. 3.1 for this forward 3.5 somersault pike, so needs to be really well delivered. You'll almost be pleased to get that one out the way in terms of what he can get from it, because he's got a 3.6 and a 3.8 to go. Kuznetsov 3.5 and a 3.8. That was okay. Not quite with the same crispness that we've seen from him. 60.45. That's 20 points behind and plus behind Kuznetsov. Really will have shaken things up. Now, this is a big moment. This is a 3.9 forward 2.5 somersaults, 3 twists, piked position. Now, if he wants gold, this is the one to nail. Jack Law going big. Well, that was a brave dive, thinking big, looking to deliver big, great takeoff position, straight through all those twists, and looking for the entry. Not a stunner. I have a good points haul. It's 89.70 from 275s and big dive gets big points. Well, Zakharov, the leader, has got a 3.5 reverse 1.5 somersaults, 3.5 twists in the free position here. Well, the judges have got their work cut out, making sure they get their assessment really spot on. Just a little bit wayward on the board there, might just have affected it. Quite as clean an entry. Still makes every dive look so good. So good at holding such a great shape. 73.50. Well, coinciding with Jack Law's big one, that's dropped him down. Well, now we've got all change at the top. Jack Law has taken over and made a break for the front. 3.52.15, plays 3.39.15. Then a gap to Kuznetsov. And now Goodfellow is chasing the Russian for bronze. Great Britain, Russia, Russia, Great Britain. Well, a real buzz at the end of round 4 as the lead suddenly changes hands. Take a breath, everyone. Andrei Sheshutek gets round 5 underway. Back 2.5 somersault piked. 3.0. 7th, which would be a good shout for him.
6.5.
It's not going to boost his total too much, that. 54 to keep it going. Alexis Gendard is 9th. He's got a reverse 3.5 somersault tucked here. It's a 3.5. Oh dear. No, he wasn't right, he knew it. He's got a twinge there, he just seemed to grab something at the top of the hamstring. That's going to be a penalty there. 2 points. Now, big test. Compose yourself, get something from it. Well, that's a pretty good response after a mistake, and I think that's what the coach is acknowledging. Fair play. Well, it's gone wrong. He played safe, make sure he didn't get too far along the board, but kept a decent focus. You can see he comes out sideways a little bit there, but after getting it all wrong, it's very frustrating for him. So his marks were 7 to 6.5, but he ends up with just 50.75. Lorenzo Salia in the 3.5 somersault tucked, 3.4. He's 6th and looking to improve and producing something that's gone down very well. Nice and tight to the springboard and that very nice shape into the water. That's a good score, 79.80. His best with a 3.8 to come. Oliver Hummuth. 3.5 for the reverse 3.5 somersault tucked. 11th. Very nice sort of hang at the top and looking for a good entry position as well. The dive broken down into sections for the marking, remember. Just quite keep the shape all the way through. You can see the knees bending under the water. He's just trying to hold them straight all the way through, but 71.75 is his best so far. Yuri Larazau, 3.4 for his forward 2.5 somersaults with 2 twists. He's 10th. Started nice and strongly with a couple of 60 pluses and had a 42, which cost him a little bit, but then picked up more or less to where he was. That's an improvement again to 71.40. Patrick Housting to 5th. Forward 4.5 somersault tucked, 3.8. It's the 4.5 somersaulter in the tuck. The pike takes it up to the 3.9. Still a big dive from the big German. Which is a bit heavy. We'll get big points for it, or comparatively for 3 6s, 68.40. Nicola Garcia, 6th this morning in qualifying, not quite managing to maintain that. 3.4 for this forward 2.5 somersault, 2 twists in there in the pike as well. He's not got into the 60s yet. Tightest pike in the world, but those twists to get through, which were weighing heavily on his mind. 76.50. Well, that's his best by some way. Guillaume Dutoit, 3.5 for the reverse 3.5 somersault, tucked. 8th place. His best on the entry, 58.50 the previous round, after pretty consistent showing all round, but that's his best at 73.50. It's good work. Now the medal chase. Up to 3rd after the previous round goes Evgeny Kuznetsov, 3.5 the reverse 3.5 somersault, tucked. Good fellow's got a 3.6. He's worked his way through the day. Like the experienced hand he most definitely is, and starting to show what he can do. Seems to be reveling in the solo role after quite a bit of synchro success. 89.25, quality. Oh, Goodfellow knows that only his very best will do to try and get a medal position. He's got the slight edge with the 3.6, the back 3.5 somersault tucked. Both got 3/8 to finish. 89.25 to beat. Big task. I think he had the shape on the entry to top Kuznetsov. Just the coming up short there, 72, not a bad dive, but we're in medal contention here in a top quality show. Now we're down to it. Here come the 2 big men. Jack Law to go first, 3.8. He is in the lead now. Forward 4.5 somersaulter, tucked this time. Again going big. He really flings the bat at his diving, doesn't he? You can hear the grunt. Determined and strong and striding up the board. Flying through the air, working to keep all that core strength going. And his swagger when he walks, 87.40. Another big dive. Down goes that gauntlet. Now, Zakharov's set is not quite as heavily stacked. He's got a forward 2.5 somersault, 2 twists, piked 3.4. 2nd place. Well, just enjoy this because it's quality. Momentum taking him right away almost to that extra line of tiles so much of him. It's another great response. 86-70, still chasing, but chasing hard. He's got the biggest dive yet to come, the 3.8. Law's got the 3.6. Let's check. Law still with a 13-14 point big lead, and a gap to Kuznetsov, and another whacking great gap to Goodfellow. Great Britain, Russia looks set for the podium. Hasselier ousting 5th and 6th. An hour of competition added to the 2 hours plus this morning, so these lads should sleep well tonight. Reverse 1.5 somersault, 3.5 twists here for Sheshutek. 3.5 to finish his program, which has just drifted a little. Good strong start with 3 good dives, then a couple in the 50s. Looking to get back up to 70. I think they will see that as a very respectable and consistent effort from Andrei Sheshutek. Alexis Gendarme would like to get off the bottom spot if he could. He's got a 3.5 reverse 1.5 somersault, 3.5 twists. Well, that was nice. Yes, I like it. Seems to be the reaction.
7, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5.
Good entry position. 71.75 to sign off with. This is his best. Lorenzo Marsaglia, 5th place. He's got that big forward 4.5 somersaulter with the tuck, the 3.8. He's been getting stronger the last 2 rounds. Can he wrap it up? Well, 4.5 somersaults take some controlling. Not sure whether he managed to do that entirely. Just couldn't get the brakes on, and the entry was untidy. 55.10, just tailing off after some good work throughout the whole day. Oliver Homuth now ends with 3.3, reverse 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twists piked. .42 in the 4th round spoiled his scorecard. Just not enough big dives really, and in the 6s for 59.40. He's back down to 3.0 for his final dive. Yuri Garazal in with 2.5 somersault piked. Dive looking a little bit straightforward, coming soon after some of the dramatic efforts we've seen.
7, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 7, 7, 7.
Get through qualification, remember, springboard 2 years ago. So, it's 63 he gets. Now Patrick Housting, 6th, 3.4 for the forward 2.5 somersault, 2 twists piked. His massive European Championship collection has not been anywhere near getting increased so far this week.
7, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 7, 6.5. Please show your appreciation.
69.70, threatened to get going in the mid-70s in the middle of his programme, but not really brought his A game. Nicolas Garcia, 9th. Becoming a consistent finalist at this European level. 3.1 forward, 3.5 somersaults. A nice feel to it. 3.1. Respectable conclusion, 69.75. Avoided any huge disasters, but a bit low in the second round. Lost him. Guillaume Dutoit, 3.4 for his forward 2.5 somersaults with 2 twists piked. He's 7th. .58.50 was his poorest return. It's another 70-plus dive, which is encouraging all his hard work. He'll be fairly pleased. Now, we get down to the nitty-gritty. Evgeny Kuznetsov, forward 4.5 somersault, tucked that big 3.8 in 3rd position. Confirm it with a solid performance here. Oh, no sign of a mistake with that one. Yes, that is worth smiling about. And I'm sure he'll be smiling when he comes up. A very accomplished programme from an experienced competitor. And that was some finish. Oh, was it not? 100.70. That is terrific. Well, he really has cranked it up. Well, Daniel Goodfellow, if he's been watching that closely, must just be thinking, well, fair play, mate. He's got the 3.8 now, the forward 4.5 somersault tucked. Let's just see what he can do with it. Made a very decent fist of it, but he's been in fairly exalted company today, and Kuznetsov has shown a lot of pedigree. A young man with a lot of promise in his 10-metre synchro career as well. 68.40. Quite a long way back now from Kuznetsov, but this is what it's all about. This is what everyone's come to see. One last dive each for the two big men. Jack Law, back 3.5 somersault tucked, 3.6. He's in the lead. Well, he's delivered again. Standard has become so high in these last rounds. Another well-executed dive. Gets the acknowledgement from Kuznetsov, 86-40. Well, it's all down to Zakharov. London 2012 Olympic champion. Defending his title. But really it's all about the battle with Law. Forward 4.5 somersault touch, 3.8. And he goes for it all the way. Yeah, it was good, Jack Law, credit to him. Recognises top quality when he sees it, and that's what Zakharov has got. Has it been enough? Look at that entry. Look at that power off the board. Quite as muscular, taller, but so powerful. Looking for the scores. Oh, not quite. 93-10. Jack Law's done it. Oh, that is so close. Jack Law got into the lead at the end of round 4 and held his nerve, and he wins the shootout. Jack Law, European champion, and Zakharov is a mighty scalp. He knows that's a big moment in his solo career. Well, Zakharov pulled out a 93-10 at the end, but not enough. He knows it was good, it was very good, but Jack Law was pretty well close to great. He's a gritty fighter though. Oh, those two will slug it out again, but he knows this was what he came here for. The big 3-meter title, Jack Law, European champion. They all know that's a massive blow. Jack Law delivers the big knockout punch. He's a heavyweight contender on this springboard, all right. All rippling intent, power, purpose, and he takes the pressure too. Great Britain's got another gold, so too has Jack Law, and he's put the 2012 Olympic champion in his place today. Well, great respect between the two. They know that was a top quality competition, and Zakharov, who's been a real champ, will know how important that was for Jack Law.
Then we have the men's 3-meter springboard finals. Give it up.
Here's confirmation. 5.25.99. That's a cricket score for Jack Law. Zakharov 5.19.05 was well back. Kuznetsov stormed up past 500, leaving Goodfellow trailing well behind. That was a quality competition. That's what it's all about.
Winner of the bronze medal, Russian Federation, represented by Evgeny Kuznetsov.
Well, Evgeny Kuznetsov produced 508 points. That would win an awful lot of championships. And he really did deliver some excellent dives. The best of the day in the final round. Cracked the 100-point mark and really showed that he is a major competitor as well. Took a bit of winning that.
Winner of the silver medal, Russian Federation, represented by Ilya Zakharov.
Barely put a foot wrong in 12 dives today, but that 73 in the 4th round was decisive. Former Olympic champion, he's won a stack of golds, but today he had to play second fiddle to Britain's springboard star. And he knows it was a quality competition, 5:19.05.
Winner of the gold medal and men's 3-metre springboard European champion, Great Britain, represented by Jack Law.
Jack Law is getting to really enjoy that view from the top of a podium. Gold at 1 metre, gold at 3 metre, and a big victory over a big champion. It's a big notch on his belt. Thank you. 82.25, his lowest mark, and he is absolutely delighted. Jack Law, European champion for the second time this week. It was that big, booming 4.5 somersaulter in the pike position. The 3.9 delivered 89.70 massive points, and that blew away Zakharov. 88, 82, 91, 89, 87, 86. Fantastic consistency.